I know for a fact multiple people looked at the title of this video and blurted out an immediate FES for the question I posed. In making this video, I'm not saying that if you like FES over Portable or vice versa, you're wrong. I think your opinions on each version are valid, and I don't want you to think that you're wrong for thinking any kind of way. I just want to look at each version of this game and see if the similarities and differences add up enough to a meanwhile discussion. So once again, if you like Portable more than FES or FES more than Portable, that's completely fine. I won't judge you and neither should anyone else. So let's start comparing these two amazing games. So when you start up a game in Persona 3 Portable, you're asked to choose between a male or female main character. While in FES you're stuck with Makoto, right off the bat being able to pick between the gender of your character opens up some replay value. The overall story is the same between both characters, but some scenes play out differently with Katone. I have no clue if that's how you pronounce the female main character's name, but I'm gonna hope that's right. Along with different scenes, Katone also has some new social links. Keep in mind, they are the same Arcana types as Makoto, but social links will play out differently with a new character. Just in case that was confusing, I'll give you an example. The Chariot Arcana social link with Makoto is about a male athlete named Kaz as he struggles with staying active on the team since he has an unhealthy leg. While with Katone, the Chariot Arcana social link is about a female athlete named Rio as her team falls apart since she can't relate with her teammates. Of course, there are some social links that stay the same between each character, but you do get some new characters to explore. One of the few social links that's exclusive to Katone is Shinjiro. Real quick spoiler warning for Persona 3, if you haven't finished it, you should probably click off the video. So, if you play as Katone, you have access to Shinjiro's social link, but if you max it out before the day he dies, you can actually save his life. Sadly, you don't keep him on your party, but you can still save him if you're a diehard Shinji fan. There aren't too many other differences between Makoto and Katone social link-wise. It seemed like the characters offered to hang out more often in Portable compared to FES, but other than that, there isn't anything worth comparing. Persona 3 Portable does offer a New Game Plus option, so that does open the floodgates to even more replay value. I think Persona 3 Portable wins in the social link and replay value category. But I don't want to ignore Persona 3 FES's canon epilogue, The Answer. The Answer is the aftermath of the main story mode in Persona 3, and it is completely canon, so if you play through all of Persona 3 Portable, you still are missing out on some bits of story. But since The Answer happens after the main story, you could play through all of Persona 3 Portable, then transition into FES and start playing The Answer. You don't even have to finish Persona 3 FES to play The Answer, you can just pick it up from the main menu at the start. Next up is the presentation. Without a doubt, Persona 3 FES wins here. It has full anime cutscenes and a 3D environment to roam around, while Persona 3 Portable does most of its storytelling with a visual novel and point-and-click system. Obviously, FES wins here, but I don't want to deny that Portable definitely has some charm. Games like Ace Attorney and Coffee Talk have proven that you can still tell a good story while being a visual novel. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really mind that Portable doesn't have 3D environments to run around. Having every action described through text boxes is slightly more appealing to me. Don't get me wrong, FES still dominates Portable presentation-wise, but Portable is unique in that sense, and I love it. No contest, FES wins presentation. That should surprise no one. So let's move on to the gameplay. We all know Persona 3 is a classic turn-based RPG. Wait your turn, pick an attack, we all know what's going on, nothing too revolutionary there. But Atlus just had to make life hard for us. I can only imagine what happened during the meeting when they designed the dungeon gameplay. What if the player couldn't use the other party members? What if we made the worst AI possible? I don't care how many people say the AI in FES isn't that bad. From my experience, they continue to make the dumbest choices ever. I'm not even joking when I say they will make battles harder than they need to be. I remember for a mini-boss I found out that it reflected fire, but Junpei kept using Agi. It's like the AI is fighting you at every turn to make battles so much more drawn out than they need to be. Right here on the back of the box it says, play the original 70+ hour game with brand new personas. And I'm sure 30 of those hours was Mitsuru using Marin Karen and missing. Okay, so the AI for FES isn't that great, but is Portable really any better? Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's radiating aura of elegance and grace. It's like an angel came down to bless us with a fragment of heaven. All joking aside, when I picked up Persona 3 Portable, I was overwhelmed with relief and gratitude when I saw I could fully control my party. That shouldn't even be a thing I have to say. There's no reason an RPG shouldn't have the ability to let me fully control my party members. It's just such a basic mechanic that should never even be thought of removing. But I don't want to bash AI too hard here. I can more than understand why FES and Portable have AI party members. Maybe this is your first RPG and you don't know how battling works. You can turn on the AI and watch what it does in certain situations to get a grasp on how the game works. I can absolutely understand why it's there. Maybe controlling your own character is confusing enough, so you just let AI do the rest while you figure things out. But an AI party shouldn't be the only option you have. You should always have the option to control your party, and FES just doesn't have it. Another amazing change Portable made to the gameplay was the fatigue mechanic. In case you don't know, if you've been battling or exploring the tower for too long, you or your party members will get tired and won't be able to fight as well. Even if you ignore it, you run the risk of your party members getting sick. In FES, this happened a lot. You could adventure for a little bit, but it would happen sooner or later. But in Portable, it's a lot less likely to happen. Which means you can explore the tower for a good while until your party starts feeling unwell. Overall, Persona 3 Portable wins the gameplay column. With the fully controllable party and less fatigue, that makes tower exploration a lot easier. Next up will be quality of life mechanics, or things that just make the game a little bit easier but don't add much to the overall game. Since Persona 3 Portable had to get remade for the PSP, of course Atlus would look at the game again and make some small changes. This first change will definitely get some people angry, but I'll explain myself. I think the main character only being able to use one weapon type in Persona 3 Portable is an overall better decision. Of course, if you can use more than one weapon type, your options open up a lot more for battle. But let me give you a hypothetical scenario here. Let's say you come across a bow that has some great accuracy and even has the neat little bonus of giving the user resistance to electric attacks. You're left with the choice of taking that bow for yourself or giving it to Yukari since she can also use bows. I had situations like this happen a couple times when I was playing FES, but I was stuck between using it for Makoto or giving it to another party member. But in Portable, you don't have that problem since you can only use one weapon type. Overall, I can see multiple weapon types being a good thing, but it kind of got in the way of equipment management for me, so I just preferred the way Portable did it. Speaking of equipment management, in Portable you can now equip new weapons or accessories from the menu. While in FES, you had to wait until you went to Tartarus and walk up to each individual character and equip things that way. Sometimes they'll randomly unequip stuff you put on them too, and I shouldn't need to explain how annoying that can be. It's also much easier to acquire money in Portable. You can work a part-time job for money and social stats. You can also find pretty hefty amounts of money just laying around in the suitcases in Tartarus. Persona 3 FES didn't have part-time jobs, so I'm glad to see Atlus added them in Portable. This is another basic mechanic that should have just been in FES, but you get a level up screen every time a character levels up in Portable. One annoying thing is that you can't choose which skills get forgotten and which skills stay. For example, if a party member levels up and they have Bufula, that will automatically get swapped out with Bufudine. It is kind of annoying, but I don't see why you'd want to hang on to less powerful attacks like that, so I won't complain too much. You can also go into the tower to save people who get lost inside. Sometimes when you visit the Velvet Room, Theo or Elizabeth will tell you someone's trapped inside of Tartarus, and it's your job to find them and bring them back to safety. You even get a reward each time you save someone, so I'd recommend you save people whenever you get the chance. The last quality of life improvement would be when you get knocked down and then get back up, that doesn't count as your turn. In Persona 3 FES, if you get hit by a weakness or a critical hit, you get knocked down, and you can't avoid attacks or do much of anything. And when you get back up, that counts as an action. You'll have to wait again before you can do anything. But luckily for us, in Portable, this doesn't happen. Getting up doesn't count as an action, which is useful since you'd probably want to heal after getting knocked down. And finally, we have music. A lot of the music for Makoto's route is pretty much the same in FES and Portable. But oh man, they gave Katone some great songs. Time, Way of Life, Sun, Wiping All Out are just some great songs. Honestly, I think Katone's OST is much better than Makoto's. After analyzing both games' features and mechanics, I honestly think Persona 3 Portable is better. Realistically speaking, you're only missing out on two things when you play Portable, the 3D roaming and cutscenes. But to be honest, point and click really isn't all that bad. I think it just gives the game some more charm and personality. And Atlas did try to add the cutscenes in some form. They added some photos from cutscenes and kept the original dialogue. But don't get me wrong, cutscenes are cooler. Besides Persona 3 Portable missing 3D environments, anime cutscenes, and the epilogue The Answer, I think Portable is just the superior version of Persona 3. With the controllable party and multiple quality of life changes like part-time jobs and even a quick save feature in the remaster, Portable is in my opinion better than FES. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you prefer FES over Portable, that's completely fine. At the end of the day, we still all enjoy the same game with its great story and entertaining characters. So in the end, it doesn't matter if you like FES or Portable more, because I think we can all agree no one played the original.